Which is more important, inner game or outer game? Before we discuss this, let's define what these mean. We'll define outer game as all the stuff people can see without needing to talk to you. The things you say, how fast you say them, the range of your vocal variety, your gestures, are they big or are they small? How long you pause before answering questions, the specific language you use when overcoming frame tests or sales objections. Inner game, on the other hand, is the stuff going on inside your mind, your beliefs about yourself, your confidence or lack of confidence, the memories you have or don't have of your successes in the past, what you expect from any conversation, what you're worried about during any conversation. And so let's explore this through a couple of imaginary scenarios. Let's imagine you can make yourself invisible. And you can choose somebody with an incredibly strong game, either a seducer, a natural seducer, or a fantastic salesperson. And you can make yourself invisible, and you can follow them around for as long as you want. And they don't know that you are following them around. So you can get really, really close. You can watch them, you can watch the other person, and you can observe what happens, and you can go home every night and rehearse that in your bedroom in front of the mirror or whatever. And let's say you do that for 6 months and you go home and you have their mannerisms down perfectly. You can practice perfectly in front of the mirror. But you go out and you try it for the first time, and when you're face to face, eye to eye with another person, you get kind of nervous inside and you start to forget what to say. Which is better, inner game or outer game? Or how about another situation, another imagination? Suppose you wanted to be a world-class hypnotist, a stage hypnotist. You wanted to call people up on stage, look at them and say, "You're going into a trance," and they, poof, go into a trance. And so you studied the best stage hypnotists. You went to all kinds of stage hypnotist shows, and you reverse engineered all their techniques, all their mannerisms, the things they said. And then you practiced at home in front of an imaginary audience until you got it down perfectly. And so you went to try your hypnosis skills on people out on the street. But you walked up to somebody, and instead of saying, "You are being hypnotized," you said, you are being hypnotized. And they looked back at you like, "Who the heck are you?" And you kind of lost your nerve. And these hypnosis skills, these outer game hypnosis skills, didn't work that well. Which is better, inner game or outer game? One more imagination, a mental experiment. Imagine that you're a director of what will hopefully be a blockbuster movie, a huge budget movie that's being made from a best-selling novel. So there's a whole lot of expectations. And you have to choose the main character. You have to choose the actor that's going to play the main character. And so you have a whole bunch of auditions, and you've got 1,000 audition tapes to watch. And most of them, you can tell right away that they're not good enough. You just, not next, not next, not next. But a few of them, you can tell that they really own their space. They really sink into the character. They really believe that they are the character. And you choose the best one. The one that completely pushes all doubt out of their mind and becomes the character. Now, this is an example of inner game overcoming all the other inner game actor auditions, because they all had the same outer game. They all said the same thing, and probably the same ways. But as a director, you could tell the best one because they had the strongest inner game. Actors, A-list actors, have really, really, really strong inner game because they can really sink into the character. So which is more important, inner game or outer game? There's an idea that form follows function and function follows form. What does this mean? You can say form is like outer game and function is like inner game, which kind of means that inner game can lead to outer game and outer game can lead to inner game. And this is certainly true in the short term. If you're in a bad mood, and you force yourself to stand up, roll your shoulders back, look up, and force yourself to smile and laugh out loud, you'll feel like an idiot, and that will put you in a good mood, and you'll start to laugh for real. So in this situation, fake it till you make it, your outer game created your inner game. Your outer behavior of happiness created an inner state of happiness. But this is much more strong in one direction than the other, because if you're genuinely happy on the inside, you don't need to think about what do I do to express my happiness. It happens naturally. It's much stronger in one direction than it is in the other direction. Imagine somebody having to sell door-to-door vacuum cleaners, and your only payment is your commission. It's going to be hard to fake it till you make it if you're getting the door slammed in your face all day. So just consider the idea that inner game naturally leads to outer game much more strongly than outer game creates inner game. And if you were to choose one, inner game or outer game would be much more powerful, much more effective, because you don't have to worry about outer game. You don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because your inner game will be driving your behavior, just like an inner state of happiness will be driving happy behavior. And so the question is, how do you practice inner game? How do you increase the strength of your inner game? Well, there's three basic ideas that you can do. The first is to understand that you already have strong inner game in a lot of contexts. You probably have strong inner game when ordering fast food at a restaurant. You probably have strong inner game when asking for directions or asking for the time. So it's really just a matter of slowly increasing the context under which you have strong inner game, a strong frame. This kind of goes along with the idea of a comfort zone. So instead of thinking in terms of getting outside of your comfort zone, which is a very common recommendation, stay inside your comfort zone, but just make your comfort zone bigger and bigger and bigger. Because everybody who has strong inner game, they're always inside their comfort zone. They're not going outside of their comfort zone. It's just that they have huge comfort zones. So instead of trying to push outside of your comfort zone and do things that are uncomfortable, slowly expand your comfort zone. Slowly expand the length of conversations that you can have where you feel strong inner game. Start off with small talk and increase it only when it feels comfortable. Remember our imaginary hypnotist. The very first time that they tried to hypnotize somebody, it probably didn't work, but they kept practicing. They knew that if they kept practicing, they would keep getting better. And so now, in our imagination, when they look at somebody and say, you are going into a trance, they have hundreds and hundreds of memories of people going into a trance. So when you slowly build out your comfort zone, you'll be building all these memories of having a strong frame. And pretty soon, you'll start a conversation with a stranger, and all your memories will inform your frame, your inner game, without you having to think about it. You'll just say, yeah, I enjoy talking to people. That's who I am. And you'll be much more relaxed and confident and outgoing. The second idea is to take all of your mental energy and focus on what the other person is saying. And do that to push out all the other thoughts that are going on in your mind, all the worries and anxieties and negative self-talk. And you can do this by focusing on the person and trying to create a mental image, a picture of what they're talking about. And as this mental image gets kind of fuzzy, ask questions to make it more specific. And really, really focus on this. Don't focus on what you want to happen after the conversation. Just focus on this and focus on the now present moment of enjoying a conversation with somebody. This will build your mental focus. And this is the definition of charisma. Somebody who's very charismatic, they look at other people and the other person can tell that this person right now is the only person in the world. The person I'm talking to is the only person in the world. My mind is clear of all other thoughts. And being in the receiving end of this is a very pleasant feeling. So just practice your focus on the other person to the exclusion of all else will increase your charisma. The third thing you can do is start to meditate, because meditation is essentially the practice of releasing thoughts. And this is a very good skill to have in the middle of a conversation, that whenever a stray thought pops in your head, you just get rid of it by releasing it. And it's very simple. Just close your eyes and count to 10 with your breaths. 1, 2. And every time a stray thought pops into your head, release it and start over at 1 again. You'll probably not get any higher than 3 or 4. World-class meditators who have been meditating for years have a hard time getting past 5 or 6. So don't try to get to 10, but just use this as a kind of a guideline. 1, 2, 1, and then start over at 1 again, and just practice this. These 3 things together will help you continuously improve the strength of your inner game. They will help you to improve your frame, the strength of your frame, and they will significantly increase your charisma. And just see this as a daily habit, a daily exercise, just like doing push-ups or sit-ups, to slowly expand your comfort zone. And try not to worry about going outside of your comfort zone. Stay inside your comfort zone, but just make your comfort zone bigger and bigger through these simple exercises. And your charisma will continue to expand and get bigger, and you'll become naturally more attractive, and you'll never have to worry about outer game again. You'll just need to be yourself. And your naturally strong frame, your naturally strong inner game self will become more and more charismatic and attractive to more people. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. To learn more about how to improve your communication skills, improve your hypnotic skills, check out the links below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.